Hey everyone, and welcome to Live in Ottawa. And in this week's episode, we're going to cover the pros and cons of moving to Ontario, Canada. But first, show reel, hit it. Moving anywhere is a challenge, and moving to a new province or country adds extra stress. Considering the pros and cons of any big change helps us make an informed decision. And today, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of moving to Ontario. We think it's a great place to live, but we recognize that there are drawbacks. So let's talk about the things to consider about living in Ottawa or anywhere in Ontario. Ontario is a large province with big cities, small towns, and a commitment to biodiversity. You'll find parks, forests, and many other areas for outdoor recreation or the simple enjoyment of gorgeous natural scenery. You can find plentiful green spaces throughout Ontario. Even if you choose to live in the city, you won't have to travel far to enjoy the abundant natural beauty of the province. If you aren't a nature lover, you'll also have the option to surround yourself with bustling urban environments. The beauty is in the choices. Turning to more practical considerations, families and students enjoy abundant educational options in Ontario. Ontario is home to excellent schools for residents of all ages. Children attend high-quality public schools for K through 12 education. And the province also boasts 24 public colleges and 22 public universities. You'll find plentiful private institutions of higher education throughout the province, including 500 career colleges. And while there is some concentration of higher education in Toronto and Ottawa, you'll find options throughout Ontario to further your education. You'll also find that some higher education is publicly funded. Like all of Canada, those who live in or move to Ontario qualify for publicly funded healthcare. Ontario's permanent residents are also eligible for OHIP, Ontario Health Insurance Plan, which is not available in other provinces. Students living in Ontario qualify for some OHIP health benefits. If you're moving to Ontario from outside of Canada, healthcare benefits are one of the province's most attractive features. Ontario contains multiple major employment sectors. Ottawa is the home of the federal government, and Toronto is considered the financial capital of the country. Both cities draw multinational businesses of all varieties. And due to the availability of jobs that pay well, the standard of living in Ontario is high. Clean, high-quality public services increases the appeal of the province to interprovincial migrants, as well as those relocating from outside Canada. Ontario is a wonderfully diverse province of thriving communities with residents from all over the world. The multicultural nature of Ontario is evident in festivals, restaurants, museums, and other celebrations of cultural diversity. And immigration to Ontario from every part of the globe contributes to its continued cultural expansion. The province is also a welcoming home to individuals and families from nations far and wide. Ontario's diverse population also enjoys a low crime rate. Feeling safe and secure in your new home is a top priority for anyone relocating. Living in Ontario can relieve the stress people feel in areas with higher crime rates. We know it's cliche, but Ontario really is a friendly place to live. As ingrained in Ontario as it is everywhere in Canada, welcoming newcomers and helping them feel included and safe is part of Ontario's culture, from big cities to small towns. The overall list of pros to moving to Ontario is impressive. Publicly funded health care and schools keep the vibrantly diverse population healthy and educated. Accessible nature and outdoor activities combined with an abundance of museums, multicultural food, and celebrations and other life-enriching opportunities. Economic opportunity and high standard of living offer those looking for career advancement choices they may not find elsewhere. Of course, no place is perfect, and there are some downsides to moving to Ontario. With economic opportunities, high salaries, and a high standard of living comes a fairly high cost of living. Provincial taxes contribute, as do high housing prices. These costs are most apparent in the urban centres of Toronto and Ottawa. Those who want to move to Ontario and pay a little less might consider smaller housing markets in less populated areas. Like all areas with big cities, people live in Ottawa or Toronto may experience a feeling of being crowded. Densely populated areas are popular for their cultural opportunities and continue to draw both migrants and immigrants with their diverse communities. However, you can escape urban crowding by choosing to live outside the central areas of major cities. Both Toronto and Ottawa are readily accessible from less crowded suburbs and rural areas. No matter what part of Ontario you're considering, you'll first have to get through the immigration process. For those moving from outside of Canada, the process can be daunting and the rules are fairly strict. There is a limit to the number of immigrants Canada accepts each year, with priority given to those with skills that are beneficial to the economy. If you have family members living in Canada, your experience might be smoother. We aren't giving away any secrets when we tell you that it gets cold in Ontario. It's Canada, of course it gets cold. And depending on where you're moving from, the cold can be a harsh surprise. Those coming from northern countries or the northern parts of the United States are unlikely to be surprised or deterred by Ontario weather. They already own hats, mittens, and parkas aplenty. But if you're moving to Canada from a warmer climate, plan ahead. Do some research about the cold weather clothing and make sure you're ready for your first Canadian winter. You might surprise yourself by loving some of the many cold weather outdoor activities Ontario has to offer. We think the pros outweigh the cons when considering a move to Ontario, but we also know that relocation is a big decision. Looking at these pros and cons gives you an idea if Ontario is a good fit for your needs as you search for your new home. So there you guys have it, the pros and cons of moving to Ontario, Canada. If you're thinking about making a move, feel free to reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even wrap it up in a bow and send it first class, because we got your back. We're moving to Ottawa, we're moving anywhere in Ontario. And each and every week we're bringing brand new videos just like this one. So make sure to tap that subscribe button and click the bell so you're notified each and every time we do a brand new video. Till next time, take care. Permanent residents are also eligible for OHIP, which is Ontario Health Insurance Plan, which is not available in other countries. Construction. Provincial taxes contribute as do high prices. We aren't giving away any secrets when we aren't giving any way.